The area bounded by, okay, all right, wow, we just went right in here. The area bounded by, we get a calculator, thank goodness. Let me just show this to you. You don't have to graph it, I promise. I get a little x squared plus 4x plus 4. Okay, it's just a good old parabola, you guys, I promise. I'll do it. I wouldn't lose sleep on this one. But if we just have this parabola and it's shifted left a little bit, again, the important things, I'm not worried about that picture. It says, though, it's revolved around the line y equals 4. Where the heck is 4?
It's bounded by y equals 4.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Thank you. The area, and it's revolved. Yeah, wow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we've got this line y equals 4, right? So this bounded area is here. And then what they did with it is they took it around this line. Would it still be kind of like that chocolate egg we had yesterday? This would not have that hole like the donut, right? You cool with that? All right. So it said find the volume. I'm good with just the setup, you guys. What they're trying to see is, are you going to panic with maybe my upper and my lower to Coop's point? Like, which one do you want to make your upper and your lower? And it doesn't matter. Some people, this was the original picture. So we could think upper is 4 and lower is the function they gave us. Other people might think, well, I already revolved it. So I've got a different upper, which is now blue, and now my lower is the 4. It doesn't matter, because what's the cross-section going to be when you revolve anything? What's shape? A circle. What's the area of a circle? Pi r squared. So since we're squaring it, it doesn't matter which one we put on top. But the area of a circle is pi r squared. A little different than yesterday. How the heck am I going to get the r? How do I get the radius of this circle or this circle or this circle? It's still upper minus lower, you guys, I promise. That's why we're going to go get tattoos, because it's consistent. What's my upper function if I drew it like this? 4. So I'm going to say 4 is my upper minus, what's my lower function? That whole thing, right? Does that whole thing need to be in parentheses? Yes, good. Upper minus my lower, x squared plus 4x plus 4. That's pi r. What do we need to do to that? You know it. Oh, what would be my bounds? That's a good call. With our calculator, what would we do with our calc? What, do I need to go put in a y equals 4?
It's just the intersect of where 2.
It is the intersect. We could go factor it. I think I would use my my graphing calculator, to your point. I'm thinking that it is going to be bounded by 0 there, and then I'm going to do that again and again. I'm happy to do this for you guys just for time's sake today. This left bound, I'm thinking is going to be -4, but let's just check. No intersection point. Oh gosh, I might need someone's help.
-4.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, -4. Cool. Exactly. So we're going from left to right, -4 to 0. Those would be my bounds. This right here, no bueno. As Mr. Holton used to say, does anyone know who Mr. Holton is?
Yeah.
He used to be the Miss Meister, and he was the GOAT, okay? He would call this, you've got to find the area of the whole circle minus the area of the whole circle. He would call it the whole versus the whole. Cute? Cute.
Yeah.
So if you hear me say that, that's what it's referring to. Whole means pi big R squared minus the area of the whole circle, pi 4r squared, pi 4 squared. Okay, so let's put this into motion, people, and let's try to see what this is talking about. This last one says, can I keep this together? I sure can't. Okay, the region, bless you, of this, we can use a calculator. Y equals 2 root x and y equals 4. If I were to do 2 root x, it would be something like this. Y equals 4, but we can use a calculator to see where those intersect. So if I've got y equals 4 again, and then my original function is 2 root x. We've got something like this. And now it says it's revolved around the x-axis. You guys, this shape is being revolved here. Here's where a funky picture is going to come into play. If it's being revolved there. So if we revolve around the x-axis, we're going around the blue. If I just reflect it, it looks something like that. And when I revolve it, wouldn't it go like this? Right? And it would have that rectangular, or like we'd have a flat bottom, right? But aren't we gonna have you're right, an opening in there for the wine, if you will, or your juice, whatever we're having. Okay, here's the deal. I'm not too worried about the visual because, again, do we get to just do exactly what we've been doing? Yes, it's still just the area of the cross sections. But how am I gonna do that? First of all, if we're revolving, what shape are my cross sections? Circles. So I gotta do the area of the cross sections, and those are gonna be circles. Area of the cross sections. But do you agree? What's my upper function?
Your upper function is going to be the 4.
4. What's my lower function?
2 root x.
2 root x the entire time. Do you agree 4 is above my 2 root x the entire time?
Yeah.
Because it's just bounded in that first quadrant. It should have, yeah, by the y-axis too. It's bounded here too. So, do I need to find the area of the whole circle first?
Yeah.
And then take away the area of the HOLE, and that would leave me with the volume around it. Sound good?
Yeah.
So let's do, I'm gonna even write this, the area of the whole circle minus the area of the whole circle. We could do this in one integral, or we could separate it out, whichever you prefer.
I don't see which one's the.
HOLE or the W.
The whole would be 4.
No, I think the whole, I'm sorry, which one are we talking about? Whole or HOLE?
WH.
The whole will be 4. It's always going to be the outer. Because if I go up to 4, that can find me the volume, the area of a circle? Yep. So the area of the whole is going to be, I'm not going to worry about my bounds yet. Pi times what squared?
4 squared.
Yeah, 4 squared.
Minus 2 root x squared.
Minus pi r squared. What is my HOLE gonna have? My HOLE, I'm gonna put it in green, is my lower function. And what would be the radius of my lower function? It's just the function. It's just the function. So the function was, like you said, 2 root x.
Yep.
Pi r squared. That's the area of the whole minus the area of the whole. We're going to integrate that. We need to know from where to where. If I did second trace intersect, second trace option 5. And if I go to mine does left. Anyone have any ideas? It's going to be 4. Very good. So we're going to do that from 0 to 4. I just want to show you a couple different ways that we could have written this if you want. And I know this is hard. What we're dealing with right now is hard. Could I have factored the pi out front? They both have a pi, right? So I could have written this like this. Doesn't matter if you didn't. Could have written it like that. Could I have written it like this?
No.
No, can't do that. Psh, they're not equal. So now, and I tried to give us a little bit of a visual. Now it said x cubed, and I'm going to tell you this right here is x cubed. This blue one is x cubed. But they said, hey, it's been... Oh, thanks, buddy. Thanks, bud. So this right here is the x cubed, and you're like, well, what else is in this picture? I'll show you. This right here is x cubed, and it says it's bounded by y equals 0. That's a horizontal line. X equals 2 is a vertical line. And then it's revolved about the y-axis. So they're taking this and they're revolving it this way. Okay, so the reason why they just chopped this part off is because we don't care about it underneath that first quadrant. So we're taking this purple region and I'm revolving it about the y-axis. So you guys, our pictures will look something like this, around the y-axis. But then I have this inner circle that I would need to make room for around the y-axis, and then make room for this inner circle around the y-axis. Make room for that inner, HOLE, if you will. If you notice on the sheet, they gave us these little lines to show the HOLE radius versus the whole radius. So I might draw my circles with respect to those. Can we kind of see, is this kind of like the wine glass that we talked about before? Yeah. So I've got an HOLE. So it's letting us know we've got to go find the area of the whole circle and then take away the HOLE. If we're going with respect to that y-axis, we got to have dy. Boom. What would be, again, if we're kind of visualizing this with respect to the y-axis, what would be my whole radius? Yeah, well, wait, whole is always going to be the upper minus lower, right? Upper minus lower all day. What was this one? X equals 2. So my whole, this was x equals 2. What would be my HOLE's radius, which would be, I'm going to put it in green. It would be my lower, right? It would be this x cubed function. Yeah, this is my y equals x cubed. How can I put that in terms of x equals? You know it. So if y equals x cubed, I could do the cube root of both sides, and the cube root of y is x. It's still upper minus lower, but I got to separate them out. So I'd say pi, I got to find my whole circle first. My whole circle, my outer, my upper would be pi what squared? 2 squared. Awesome. That's the area of the whole right there. That's the area of the whole. Minus pi,
1/3.
pi a cube root of y.
Yep.
Is that right? You could separate those out like this. You might just say, I just wanted to do one of them. I'm good with that. Pi, wait, this is pi r squared. Did I square this one yet?
No.
No. I would have to do pi r squared. Pi r squared minus pi r squared. Pi r squared minus pi r squared. Yeah? Funky. What about my bounds on that y-axis?
0.
It's going to start at 0, I agree. When does x cubed equal 2? Right, I'm sorry, if x is 2, my bad. If x is 2, can't I just plug that in? If x is 2, what's my y going to be?
8.
2 cubed is 8. So this would be the point 2, 8. Since we're talking about the y interval, y values, we're going to go from 0 to 8. Again, not too worried about the solving part of this. Just want to see if we can work on the setup because these are hard. Let's try again. Oh, I lost my 0. Okay. All right. 3 cosine versus 1 minus x squared and the x-axis. Which one do you think? I'm just curious. Which one do you think is 3 cosine? Blue is out here. I'll highlight it. Blue versus green. We get a calculator, so it's not a big deal. Does anyone have any guesses? Which one are you thinking? You're thinking green is which one? The cosine. 3 cosine of x versus 1 minus x squared. And I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I'm in radians. So my cosine was written first. So my cosine is blue. Okay, cosine is blue. And then the green is my G. Okay. So you guys, they're taking this region and they're revolving it. Oh, it's revolved. It's revolved, you guys. Okay? About the y-axis. Okay, they're taking it and they're going about the y-axis. So I already tried to draw it in for you. If I were you, I'd use this part and I'd draw myself a circle and then I'd go from the inner function and I'd draw myself another circle. So I'm going to draw myself a horizontal circle that goes from outer to outer and then another horizontal circle that goes from inner to inner. Again, I totally get this is so hard to visualize. So hard. But if we can remember the area of the whole minus the area of the HOLE.
Then I have to solve for y again, right?
Are we? Shoot, you're right, because this has to be around the y-axis, so it's got to be a dy.
Yeah.
Well said, buddy. area of both of them, they're both circles, so I'm going to factor my pi out. What would my whole's radius be? The outer, the upper, if you will, and I'm going to put it on its side. My upper, how would I get my whole radius? It's the blue function, and blue is 3 cosine of x. Anyone remember how I can get 3 cosine of x as x equals? Divide by 3 is our first step, and then inverse cosine. Awesome. That's partly why I did this problem, just to remind us of that, because I know that we don't do that often in AP. So how would I find the area of my whole circle? Pi r squared. Pi r squared. That's the area of the whole. Minus the area of the HOLE. What's its radius going to be? It's the inner. That inner we knew was y equals 3, 1 minus x squared. How am I going to get that x by itself? Divide by 3 first. I dig it.
Subtract 1.
Subtract 1.
Then divide by -1.
Okay, keep going. Negative y over 3 plus 1 is positive x squared. What would x be? The square root of that, right?
Yeah.
Negative y plus 3 plus 1 rooted. Sheesh! That inner function, the HOLE, has a radius of this. So pi whole squared minus pi root squared. Sheesh! Bounds will be 0 to 3.